Hey you guys, how's it going? It is Clary Berry, and I'm here today to bring to you the love horoscope. Now, this is going to be the all signs love horoscope for basically for Venus and Sagittarius. So this is going to be from now, I don't know, a day or two ago, whatever, until the 5th of November, okay? So overall, let's just get a good feel for what Venus and Sagittarius is going to bring for us this year. Now, Venus and Sagittarius is known, as just this warm and outgoing, positive emotional feelings. There may be kind of that sense of letting your partner, go free a little bit and have some fun, on their own. And it keeps the spice alive. So going on adventures together, also trying new things that you've never done, all really, really good, ideas or things that we're going to be drawn to during this time. Okay. It is about the little things kind of building up and adding up to the bigger picture that we need to make sure that we're seeing. So taking it slow is a really good idea for romance during this time of Venus and Sagittarius. Now, Venus and Sagittarius is opposite North Node here, at least at the start of this time period. So, there's some of this nervous, the little mouse is nervous. He's always looking, oh, what's going to come wrong? What's going to come and get me now? There can be a little bit of that nervous energy there with this opposition. And also, again, the tendency to rush things is high here. I think especially, for some people, depending on where this hits in your chart, right? So it's rushing through ideas, rushing through and not paying attention to the red flags can also be something that, again, is very natural to do at this time. So we are seeking, deeper and higher connections. So make sure, again, that you're not overlooking any important details and that you're being honest with yourself about what is going on and not just getting swept up in the fun, warm feelings and all of the passion, right? I mean, good advice for always, but yeah, it's kind of that, take that time, take things slow, don't rush into things, especially for, the feminine energy, because, we don't want to rush. We want to use that mind to pay attention to the red flags, because we know that, when we start to give ourselves and when we start to let ourselves, go down the rabbit hole of love, wow, we want to make sure we are getting attached to the right people. Okay. So let's look at some signs here, specifically starting off with Sagittarius, since we are having Venus in Sagittarius. So with Venus in your first house, actually, you're looking at some appearance issues and your attitude and your outlook on life. So it might be a time where you're taking some time, by yourself, for yourself, to go through some transformations here. This is all about you. Guys, do love to get the Emperor for this first house. I mean, that is actually amazing. This is, again, all about who you are, going through issues maybe with your ego and how you view life, what you want out of life, what you're doing in life. Shadow work is very, very good here for you to be able to kind of go through some of these changes. That's going to get you, I think, where you want to be in your love life. Okay, so pamper yourself, change something about your appearance if you need to. Take some time to, again, kind of be by yourself and really, really, this is about you. Because if you're not happy with yourself, you're not going to be attracting the best partner or the best version of the partner, that you already have. Okay. So for Capricorn, we are looking at Venus in the second house. So this is, some jobs. You might be having some of that nervous energy in regards to your money, your jobs, your things, your, things that you have to pay for, all of those sort of things that you do on a regular basis that make you feel secure. Okay. And it looks like emotionally, that's tied up, especially for Capricorn. If you're having money issues, it's going to affect your relationship and it's going to keep you from being, where you want to be. We obviously have this in reverse. We want this happy ending story. We want this feeling of completion, feeling of belonging, you know, to really feel like the family is united, the love is, you know, able to go somewhere. You know what I mean? And it's like, if you don't feel secure, especially again, as a Capricorn, then this, and especially right now during this time with the Venus in your second house, you know, you're not going to be feeling very good. You're not going to be feeling good about yourself, your habits, it's just going to be like, everything's going to rub you the wrong way if you're not feeling that monetary and material good security. Okay. Like, oh, the house isn't good enough, or, you know, we don't have enough, you know, money to go on dates and to make our home the home that we would want, you know, whether for the children now or for the children in the future. Definitely coming through strong here. There might be some issues with this. Again, some of this may just be that nervous energy coming through with this opposition. And it's like worrying about things that you don't really need to worry about. Maybe take this time, get organized, you know, focus and just knowing this relation, you know, knowing that your relationship is going to be better when you let go of some of the fear, when you take care of some of the issues that you might be having, again, with your job or with financial. Take care of those issues, because you don't want that to get in the way of your relationships, okay, or your possible future relationships. So let's look at Aquarius. Aquarius has Venus, again, opposite North Node in Gemini in the 3rd house. So this is the house of communication. So, you know, if there's any issues going on, you might have some communication issues. It might be that, you know, the lack of communication is making you feel like your partner isn't like right, or isn't like they're not doing enough. Okay. But I think that it feels like they want to do something. They have a lot of love to give. It's kind of like they just need to kind of wait for that right moment to show it. So don't get too, don't get too caught up in this nervous energy that might be here in regard, like you might be nervous to have conversations or nervous to talk to your partner about something. And I feel like it's a smaller thing than you think. Your partner might not really, you know, your worry is unjustified. You don't need to worry about it. Just have that open communication. Talk even about the small things talk about the small things before they get big. Share your stories here. Don't be afraid to shine that light. You are, I think, really close to getting to something really spicy here, really good, that, you know, where you are able to communicate very well. And again, the communication could get, not heated like in a bad way, but might be, again, kind of spicy in a good way. So good for you. Okay, so Pisces has Venus in the 4th house. So we're going to be dealing with the home and the family, you know, the kids, and perhaps also the subconscious for Pisces. Okay. So 9 of Cups and the Hierophant, okay, both in reverse. So very important, very big changes here. You know, some of that dogmatic thinking regarding the home. You know, well, we have to do things this way. The kids have to do this thing. And it's like, want to make sure that you're not just emotionally reacting to the whole what you feel you should be doing at home, what you feel like you have to do, and really allow yourself to be there, to enjoy what you've built, to enjoy the relationship that it's almost like, you know, what it's coming through as somebody who really wants to get married, and they're almost spending all their time wishing and waiting and planning and this and that, and maybe even a little bit of worry, when again, it's like just revel in what you've done, what you've attained, revel in the fruits of the relationship right now. And maybe, you know, we don't need to worry so much about the labels, worry so much about what other people think, worry so much about, you know, getting married, perhaps even. It could mean marriages are coming, but there's also this like wishful, wistful sort of energy here with this Nine of Cups. It's like, might be a little bit much, but again, we might be going ahead with some plans. So you might be in a really good place here, especially if, you know, your partner maybe is already living with you or something like that. But I think as far as this love goes, you know, again, possibility to get really, you know, to get engaged or to get, you know, to move it to the next level of being more official. But again, if that's not happening for you, fretting about it and worrying about it is not going to help draw that experience to you. That's only going to push it away. So again, make sure that you are in that moment, again, taking action on the positive thing, taking action. If that is your dream and you really, really just want to get married, you want to get that ring, you want those symbols of love, which, you know, we all do need, you know, to have symbols of love. And there's nothing to be ashamed of, you know, but again, it sometimes can just be like overly dogmatic and can sort of make us feel like we're not there yet when we really already have attained a lot. Okay. So hopefully that resonates with you for Pisces there. For Aries, we have Venus in the 5th house. Now this is some quick moving, some fun, some romance, you know, it's like what you like to see. A lot of things coming in reverse here. Okay. All right. So there's a little bit of, you know, kind of this off by yourself energy. Even though we have this romance, this fun, it's kind of that flirty, that kind of chase me. You might be thinking like you're very confident, but it's also kind of like, don't be overly confident and overly, I don't know, cocky about the romance, if that makes sense. There's definitely like some planning and some fun that could be had, but there also may be something that you kind of want to get off your chest and like allow yourself that room for self-expression, even in the midst of, you know, some fun and some romance. Okay. So fun and romance, you know, will be on your heart and wanting to have fun, but, you know, and it's not playing games here. Let me take another clarifier for this. It's almost like the divine masculine of the situation has gotten too cocky. Yeah, there's some stability here, but yeah, somebody might be too cocky within the relationship, taking things for granted. And so again, they may need to really spice up the relationship instead of being selfish. Okay? And that's going to add to the stability of the relationship and to kind of, I don't know, you could say like freshening things up and getting out of that rut. It's a good time to do that. This is a little bit, I think it's definitely that subconscious energy too. Like, don't let the subconscious energy and not doing the correct amount of shadow work get in the way of what could really be some of this really good, you know, again, fun romantic energy. And it's really coming through as this opposition with Gemini is kind of getting in the way or has the potential to get in the way of this love and this romance. Okay. We don't, you know, want to create problems just out of these repetitive thoughts and, you know, not paying attention to things. So make sure that you're doing the shadow work. Make sure that you're looking, you know, deep within. It's going to help you guys get to a place where you're actually feeling more connected. If you feel more connected with yourself, if you've taken the time to do some of the inner healing, that sets the foundation for, you know, a less selfish love. Okay, so good deal there. Moving and grooving. Okay, just getting better, overcoming energy as well. Okay, so for Taurus, we have Venus in the 6th house here. Now, this is in health and fitness and goals. So yeah, it looks like a lot is changing in your world. Okay, there's achievements here. There's finishing something up. So it's almost like as you have achieved some success here with, you know, and this doesn't have to be necessarily with health and fitness. It could be just with like maybe you've been doing some work on yourself, thinking about your future. Maybe you've been, again, with this opposite Gemini, it's like there might have been some fear, again, that nervous energy trying to rush through and, become what you want to be just right now. And I think having this kind of better outlook, and also taking stock of all of that you've done. It feels like you've really come a long way, again, with your health and maybe even like your mental health here. You've come a long way. And it's time to kind of come full circle and figure out how you can help others by what you've learned. Maybe you can help your love relationship here by sharing, giving, okay? And taking care, continuing to taking care of your health and coming into new health and fitness cycles, maybe is going to help you to expand the relationship even more and to have more good energy coming in for your love relationships. Okay. Gemini, Venus in the 7th house. This is the house of, partnerships, teaming up, people on your side. So, yeah, and we're also looking at this long-term energy, okay? I think it's been maybe hard in the past for you to see maybe this relationship. It's getting boring for the long term, or you couldn't maybe see it getting to the long-term partnership that you are really wanting, okay? But I think, again, it's a lot of these worries are just blinding you. And a lot of it is you projecting your inner issues onto your relationship. And it's like, you can outgrow this. You can really it feels like, you have the potential for long-term success here as long as, you're being aware of the shadow work. Do the shadow work. Go to the playlist, check it out. I've got a shadow work playlist. I've got an inner child healing playlist that also talks about the shadow work in conjunction with the holistic law of attraction and the inner child healing program that I have. So check that out. This is like investing in your relationship for the long term here. And I think, again, if you get a little bit more serious about your person as your partner and really kind of give into that and recognize, that they are on the same team. And again, doing the shadow work is going to help you to really kind of have this realization in that way. And sometimes you might feel like your partner is against you in certain ways, and we can't get into that kind of mentality. And what that is again, a lot of that subconscious BS that we've been carrying around with us for most of our lives that we haven't been able to shake yet because we haven't done enough shadow work and inner child healing. So definitely check that out. The more healing you do for yourself, the more better of a partner that you show up as, the better your partner is going to show up for you. Okay, let's look at Cancer. Venus in the 8th house of intimacy and, like sex. And also there's definitely a renewal aspect, and that is coming through really strong here for Cancer. We may be having, strong sexual feelings, especially maybe some of you have had like a dry spell where now you're kind of getting out of that. Things have changed. You're totally, conquering that sort of thing, because it's like this rebirth, this renewal of maybe like a deeper, intimate or a sexual cycle. Okay. So coming to, realizations, finding a new direction, and again, shadow work for you guys. Okay. So there could be ego, again, standing in the way of your intimacy, big blockages, too focused on yourself, too focused on finding the truth. And again, needing to heal some of this shadow work. Okay. And as far as, we might be looking for, the perfect person, and you have to realize that other people are going to have their faults too. And if you're seeing, everybody else has so many faults, whether it's a person you already have or people that you're wanting to consider dating, it's really like be sure and get the speck out of your own eye before really talking or thinking, you know, or noticing the specks in other people's eyes. So this is a big go really, really deep here to figure out some of your intimacy issues and really changing for the better, and realizing that any issues that you had is only going to help perfect your situation, perfect your, you know, again, it's like perfecting your own energy so that you can find your perfect match and find that synchronicity that you want, and find, you know, be open, truly open to some of the new opportunities, and being able to get what you want. Okay. Again, we've been kind of maybe focused on renewing ourselves or changing ourselves or thinking about ourselves in a new way. A lot of us have been focused on kind of recreating ourselves with a lot of this energy that we're having. And, you know, yes, these are good things, but doesn't leave a whole lot of time to focus on the relationship. So this has a lot to do with your outlook, maybe on relationships in general, maybe on your person, but also definitely on yourself, your outlook and your feelings, you know, about yourself. So again, shadow work, shadow work, shadow work. Okay, go deep and you will go higher. When you go deeper, you will go higher. So Leo, Venus in the 9th house. Really searching for meaning in your relationship right now, okay? Oh, we got some spice. We got some good energy here, okay? You're getting to a deeper and higher connection. You're overcoming some fears that you might have been having lately regarding possibly, you know, your passion, and also like the spiritual, could be the spiritual side of your relationship here. And something that maybe you've done or that you can do together is really, could possibly be, you know, rejuvenating, again, spiritually, getting into not only learning, but just sharing with each other, and sharing with, you know, potential partners, whatever, is really going to help you to, again, we want to have meaning and we want to have these deeper experiences with our partner at this time. And that is only going to spice things up even more for you. So that actually looks pretty good there for Leo. Okay. So let's go ahead and clear again. And we are going to look at Virgo, which is Venus in the 10th house of career and long-term goals and recognition and success. Okay. Hold on. I've got some going the wrong way here. There's some possible confusion in the air for this relationship, or just needing to get things ordered, get things straight. Okay. Okay. So again, Virgo, career goals, long term. How is this affecting your relationship during this time? You're very driven, and you might be very driven at work. This love energy, you know, you might be really feeling not necessarily even confused, but just like don't know what's going on, you know, in the relationship. But I think there's some potential here, and it could be a change of pace, a change of, you know, again, if you're looking at your career, if you're always just really, really driven and always going down the, you know, always having money on the mind, always having your career and your long-term goals on your mind, and doing the things that you feel like you have to do, you know, to be the provider and to achieve success and recognition, then obviously that's going to get in the way, you know, of the relationships a little bit. But also it's kind of like celebrating. Don't forget, you know, you can celebrate your career goals and your milestones with your person. And, you know, again, just try to put a cap on some of the nervous energy that just really can get in the way. Okay, your nervousness about the future, your nervousness about the career and the structures of your life, you know, like that. Yeah, it's important to think about that stuff. But we also need to make room for the passion if we're going to, you know, have the relationship, you know, if we're going to grow the relationship. And I think there is some potential here. There is some potential for long-term relationship for sure, like coming through here. So that is good. And again, just don't let like your drive, you know, don't let your life just be about work. You know, you've got to make some time for the, you know, for sparking the flame of the passion. Okay. So Libra, we have Venus in the 11th house of groups and friends. Okay, we may be having some big changes here. Big changes. You might be having some sadness in regards to your changing friend group. You're changing, you know, those closest to you that are changing. Letting go of a cause that you used to really fight for. Okay, there might be like an argument within your friends group that is getting in the way of your relationship here. I'm going to take another one for this to kind of clarify this as well. Again, this nervous energy with the opposition with Gemini, it can really make us, again, kind of want to rush things, and it can really make us just nervous and not be kind of wanting to to fully enjoy those warm, passionate feelings, positive optimism, and sometimes we go too far. We take things too far. It might be that, when you're around your friend group, like you see the truth about this person and that maybe you shouldn't be seeing them anymore. Or something similar to that, like you see how they really are at a party, or something similar to that, or after, could just be after an argument that, was at a party. So, you may be falling back on, the close friends and family. And I think the key here for really having the stable relationship that we want, again, is to have the same kind of mindset. This needs to be someone, you need to, only really be worried about, oh gosh, like Tower and Death. Okay, so this is huge. This is really big. It could be life-changing energy during this time, again, lasting until 11/5. So whatever is happening, just remember that it's for your own good. Okay, you may have felt like there was some stability and something all of a sudden is crashing down, and that's okay. Now, if you do have a stable relationship and you're just having all sorts of things going on, that could also be the issue here. But yeah, I really feel like there's possibly, need to let go of the sadness. We might be, that having that whole like addiction to sadness lately, addiction to some of the drama. There might be some trauma bonding that, again, you need to do. You need to take some time for yourself, sort out your thoughts, and really do some shadow work and inner child healing. Again, check out the playlist so that you can stop these tower moments from happening, and so you can truly get to a new place where you are focused on the future, where you are liberated. This shocking change this week to the stability here, is going to possibly just leave you as your own. You might have also been letting, someone else just have too much authority in your life or control you even in ways. So maybe it's just time to focus on your friends and yourself and maybe not focus on this relationship. Okay. Yes, process it. Yes, do the healing. Okay. Again, the shadow work is going to help you all the way. But yeah, that is what that is. And don't forget to check out the other, I'm doing all sorts of horoscope videos, so be sure and stay subscribed. Thanks for all the likes, shares, subscribes, etc. Now, let's see, the last one here, Scorpio, has Venus in the 12th house. So this could also lead to some endings, okay? Maybe it got to the pinnacle of spice and heat, and now it's time to take some time for yourself, okay? Maybe this may not even be the ending of the relationship, okay? But possibly the ending of something that needed to be healed to kind of be able to get to the next level. You've come a long way. I feel like you've done a lot of healing, okay? But definitely there's more to do. And this is go deep. Dive in, go deep, the deeper and higher learning here. Again, this is a big time for you to kind of make some, have some introspection and to really get to a new level, in your spiritual evolution and in your relationship. And it's like the more time you take here to kind of get everything together, the more I think that you're going to realize that maybe you do have you do have a strong relationship. You do have strong, passion. And again, this is really speaking to the Sagittarius Venus freedom that we have here, allowing things to go. And if you take some time off and let them go, and if they come back to you, then they're really meant for you sort of energy here. Realizing, wow, we have a better relationship than I thought. Wow, we're more emotionally, and physically connected than we even thought. And so this could be a good time, even though you may be spending some time alone and making some of those, kind of awakenings and awareness, raising your awareness. That's only going to help you, the more work that you do, the more inner healing work, the more shadow work, it's only going to help you to get to the next level. It's like you've come a long way. You might be going in the right direction. You just wish, that it could be just a little bit better and that you could go to that next level. And again, doing the inner healing work is going to be what's going to get you there, because we attract, what is in our subconscious, not just what we want consciously. Okay. And again, you've come a long way to get what you want. And there's just a little bit more that we can do here. So again, don't overlook the details. Pay close attention to your heart. Pay close attention to your person. And let me know what you guys think. Take care. Much love, many blessings. I'll talk to you soon.